I'm Fox 17 meteorologist Greg Bobus, and we're waking up here to consistent, steady rainfall. We had a lot of it overnight, too. We'll look back at what we've already put in the bucket and where we go moving forward. We'll continue tracking what is still at this moment Tropical Storm Helene. Put it in perspective like this. It made landfall 11 hours ago as a Category 4 hurricane. It is still a tropical storm, and it was still near hurricane strength when it was over Atlanta. That is very atypical for a storm to have that much energy after being on land for that long. Heavy rainfall today. Impacts we'll expect more isolated areas of some ponding and flooding. And here's when Helene made its landfall. Again, right around 10 o'clock our time last night as a Category 4, very well-defined eye. This they call the Big Bend of Florida. And they had not had a hurricane this strong impact this specific portion of Florida and make landfall since 1851. Little history lesson here this morning, taking a look. Flashing blue boxes are not a good thing. We had one of these back in May where we had a few emergency water rescues in Montgomery County. If you can think back when we had a lot of rain, we actually had rain back in May. There are areas of North Carolina and South Carolina that have been gone through the ringer quite literally with the rain so far this morning. These are all emergency flash flood warnings, meaning catastrophic levels of water that is just standing and could be dangerous to anyone who lives in these areas, all the way from Asheville almost out towards Charlotte, and even in portions now of South Carolina, including Spartanburg and the Greenville area. This is the 6-hour rainfall total. Click the button, 24-hour rainfall total. Not future rain, 24-hour rainfall total, and the rain is still coming down. Some areas have seen more than 2 feet of rain. And this is a very hilly area, almost mountainous in some spots, depending upon where you're at. So all that water rushes down to places. We've also been watching South Carolina, the coast there. Most of this action is pulling away from, but overnight, there were more than a dozen tornado warnings pulling from Charleston all the way up toward Myrtle Beach. So kind of giving you the broad strokes of what's happening and where we'll go. Everyone who's in a green box, flood watch, flood warning. We're in a flood watch till 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Here's our current radar. We actually have seen the best look at the radar we've had in the last 8 hours, where we don't have consistent rainfall across the board. But if you're in Portland through Gallatin, some heavier rainfall, and then just north of Columbia, get down to the south. You got a little break here. We're not done for good, but there are some dry hours that will mix in throughout the rest of today. Taking a look back home, though, Nashville hasn't let up yet this morning, and then this band will track through the downtown area in the next hour. So be prepared for more rain. Cookeville, you had a break about 20 minutes ago. You're right back into it. Same with you folks in Monterey and Crossville. Just not quite as heavy in those areas. Our Cookeville camera there in Putnam County does show you the overcast. That's really not going away even when we don't have the rain. Wind advisory till 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Flash, or should just say regular flood watch until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. 2 to 4 inches of additional rainfall are possible for a few of us, ending up with pockets near 6 inches. And then we have wind gusts that will be on and off, upwards of 25 to 40 miles per hour throughout the afternoon. Taking a look at how much rain we'll end up putting in the bucket. On top of what we already have, an additional 2 to 3, 4 inches worth of rain west of I-65. The more east we get, the lower our additional rainfall totals will be. And if you're going to a Friday night football game, high school football is going to be wet, and I do not anticipate any delays due to thunder or lightning. No thunderstorms in our forecast for today. The wind advisory again for all of us, and so is the flash, or just the regular flood warning. No flash flood warning. Taking a look. Extended forecast, 73 degrees, and we are in a code red weather alert because of the continuing rain and the ponding that's caused many issues along many of our roadways. We'll stay in the 70s into the weekend. We will drop the code red weather alert going into Saturday and Sunday with far more hit and miss showers and thunderstorms.